good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, subscribe, tap that notification bell so you can know when I upload into the channel. Also, shout out to Warren and Angelique Cobb at Level Up Arts for creating me these pieces. All right, I really appreciate you guys' talent, you guys' gifts, and always coming through for Spirit Soul when I need you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, if y'all interested, all of the information is in the link below. Okay, all right, so today I am here to give you guys your ancestor message. And so your ancestors got me feeling like that y'all could have some better boundaries in place. All right, so I'm not sure if it's like, I wouldn't say that you completely lack boundaries or anything like that, because I feel like there are boundaries in place, but they're saying that it could be some better boundaries. Okay, like you could set up some better boundaries for yourself. All right, it's almost like people are trying to take advantage of your time. All right, they're trying to take advantage of your time, and they're trying to take advantage of your energy. And instead of you saying no fully, right, you say yes even when you feel like saying no. And also, like, when you're just trying to decompress and things like that, and you want to spend time to yourself, there are people constantly calling you, trying to drain on your energy for the sake of being family or for the sake of being your friend. All right, and so you still answer because you feel like you have this certain obligation to answer these people. Okay, and so your guys are like, nah, you got to put some better boundaries in place. You got to put some better boundaries in place also with separating your work from your home life, because you tend to bring work home too. Okay, so they're like, nope, that's not what we want you to do. This is what's interfering with your peace right now. And so part of the issues with your peace is because there are not enough boundaries in place. So you have to get to the space to where you're in a position to say no when necessary. All right, and putting yourself first. Okay, putting yourself first, because part of the reason why there are a lack of boundaries is because you haven't been putting yourself first when it comes to work, home, family, friends, and things like that. Okay, so put yourself first. Do something to enjoy yourself. Again, play. Go get a massage or something. All right, but people have to respect your time. Okay, your ancestors are saying like receptivity, or being able to receive. Like, they're saying like, if you put yourself in a position to receive what the universe has to offer you, what people have to offer you, what your friends have to offer you, they're saying that this is going to help with your intuition. Like, it's going to help develop you in a way. All right, you also have to ask for help when needed. Okay, so you can't let your pride get in the way. Okay, you cannot let your pride get in the way when you need help, and you need to ask for help. Be okay with asking for help. All right, because you're not Superman and you're not Superwoman. You can't do everything by yourself. So sometimes you have to draw on your resources and tap into your resources and say, hey, if you could help me at this time, I would greatly appreciate it. And if people are offering help, be open to accepting the help. All right, but you have to be in a position to where you are wanting to accept help when help is given or when help is needed. Also, peace. Like, you and your family is gonna be good. Like, y'all gonna be good. Like, your guides and your ancestors, they're like, you don't have anything to worry about, and you like, what you mean I don't have nothing to worry about? I got all this going on. I got bills that got to be paid. I don't know what's about to happen next. They're saying like, you don't have nothing to be worried about, so you shouldn't worry yourself. All right, remember what they was talking to you about yesterday with action? There's some actions that are required on your part, but once you take those necessary steps, you don't have anything to worry about. You and your family are going to be good. You and your kids are going to be good. All right, so just maintaining the energy of peace and embracing peace when necessary. All right, but stressing about things, you got to call on them. Again, your elevated ancestors are there to assist you. Your ancestors are there to help guide you. Okay, so you don't have anything to worry about. I feel like somebody talking crazy about you, or you feel like people talking crazy about you, or people have this idea about you, but your ancestors like, forget what they think about you. All right, they had these preconceived notions about you, but forget what people think about you, or forget what people are saying about you, because worrying and being concerned with people talking about you, or worrying and being concerned with thoughts that people have about you ain't gonna do nothing but, like, kind of just take you down this rabbit hole of stress and take you down this rabbit hole of depression. And you're in a space to where you shouldn't even really care about what people think of you or how people perceive you. But there's in some way, like, people still see you as your old self. Like, they don't see the growth in you. All right, but it's really not meant for them to see the growth as of yet. One day they will see it when they're ready to see it, but you can't be concerned with whether they see the growth or not. You also can't be concerned with if they're supportive of what you're doing or not, because worrying about whether they're going to support what you're doing is going to kind of limit you, because it's always like you're going to be kind of like looking for their validation, or not necessarily their validation, but you're going to be looking for congratulations from them, or hooray from them, and it's not going to come. All right, so just having that spirit of expectancy for those types of people, your ancestors say, like, the only spirit of expectancy that you should have is that relationship between your spirit team and yourself. All right, you could do it. Your spirit team know that you can do it. Okay, but these ideas they have of you, that's because they haven't been privileged to know you in this state right now. They haven't been privileged to know you in this state. They can't see farther than what their consciousness would allow them to see. All right, and so right now their consciousness is not at this level, at this frequency, to where it would even allow them to see you for who you are now and not who you once were. Okay, so you kind of gotta push them off to the side for a second, because right now they're not important. There's a lot of healing that is gonna have to take place in some of you guys' home life too. Some of you guys' home life, some of you guys' love life. There's gonna have to be a lot of healing that's going to have to take place. All right, and it's soul ties. Oh shoot! So a lot of soul ties, a lot of karmic ties that you guys have accumulated. Many of you have accumulated. All right, them sexually transmitted diseases, right? Them soul ties. All right, so there's gonna have to be some healing surrounding that as well. Like the soul ties, you're gonna have to release a lot of them soul ties. You're gonna have to release a lot of those contracts that you picked up, and you picked up a lot of these contracts unknowingly through like sexual partners. Okay, and so you know that now that you're on this journey, you're more aware and you're more conscious of who you intertwine with, who you are intimacy with. Who you're intimate with. All right, and so you've been intimate with different people and different things, and I'm not saying for you not to have intimacy, and I'm not saying for you not to have that, but just being cautious of who you're doing it with, because you don't know what types of entities you are attaching yourself to. All right, but these soul ties, there's gonna have to be some cleanses going on. All right, so getting yourself a V steam or a steam if you're a male, getting yourself some steams and doing meditations surrounding soul ties, soul releases. All right, releasing those soul ties and releasing those contracts that y'all have accumulated. There's a lot of soul retrieval too, so some of y'all done gave too much of yourselves to people. All right, many of y'all done gave too much of yourselves to people, and it's time for you to retrieve that part of your soul back. All right, it's time for you to retrieve that part of your soul back. But cutting off these with these soul ties, it's like you went back to a partner like that. I don't know if even you were supposed to go back to them. They wasn't supposed to go back with them. You wasn't even supposed to go back with this partner, so you went back to this partner, and you're creating this contract again with this person. But this person, like, not saying that like some of y'all wasn't gonna go back to an old love, because some of y'all went back to an old love, and that love is the love that you were supposed to have anyway. Y'all wasn't even supposed to separate. But I'm talking specifically to the person that knew this mug was toxic. You knew this mug was toxic. You knew this mug was chaos energy. You knew this mug done been with keep messing with Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? And you went back with this person anyway. And so now you don't reconnect it to this soul tie. But the thing is, y'all not calling yourself a relationship. Like, y'all just messing with each other because y'all familiar with each other. But what you're doing is you're picking up all of these different connections. You're picking up all of these different attachments, picking up all of these different energies. And so some of these energies are causing you to spiral in a way because you're unfamiliar with the energy, and the energy kind of got you messed up, right? And so, yeah, guys and your ancestors are like, look, you're going to have to, not only when you release this soul tie this time, you can't go back messing with that soul tie. All right. And you're going to have to do healing surrounding those contracts, them unknowing contracts that you connected to, that you agreed to by dealing with that person. So releasing those soul ties and doing soul retrieval work to retrieve your soul back. Okay. Getting your soul to come back to you, because you gave fragments of yourself to this person. All right. And some of you guys left relationships long time ago, but you never released the soul tie. So yeah, got some work to do, because that energy that you feeling, and you start noticing yourself acting like this person and doing things like this person, not to the full extent of that, but you starting to notice yourself like kind of moving like this person. Yeah, you're gonna have to go ahead and cleanse that. Gonna have to go ahead and cleanse that and do that work surrounding that. But yeah, soul ties. That's why a lot of you was going through that purification. That makes sense why a lot of you was going through that purification and going through those cleanses, right? Because you trying to cleanse all that energy. You trying to cleanse all that energy from that chaos energy that had attached to you. Okay? But that's what your ancestors and guides are wanting you to do. They want you to cleanse that. All right? Your ancestors and your guides are wanting you to let go. It's like things that, but this let go, man, this one seems real personal. So you can't continue to fault. You can't continue to fault your caregivers for something that they didn't understand themselves. All right, there's gonna come a point in your life where you're gonna have to grow through that pain. All right, you're gonna have to go through that pain, and you're gonna have to be able to accept the fact that those particular people did the best that they could with you. All right, whether you were adopted, whether you were in foster care, whether you were, growing up with your grandparents or growing up with your parents and things just didn't go the way that you expected it to, or you growing up with your friend's parents, because I feel like somebody was growing up with their friend's parent. Listen, they doing the best. They did the best they could, you know what I'm saying? And they did the best they could. And I know that's not an excuse, because we all have to take ownership. They really don't know no better. They can only give what they know how to give. All right. And it may seem like they treated other kids in the neighborhood better than you, or it may seem like they treated other kids around you better than you. But listen, they was only able to give what they was able to give. They put up their representative face for those people, and to you got the real them, right? Because a lot of times people tend to give they real pain and they real hurt. They tend to hurt people that's closest to them and treat everybody else real good. So you have to release that feeling, that pain that you have associated with them. All right. Because yeah, they did that. They did the best that they could. So now we got to look at their family system too, so that you can have some compassion for them. All right, because you can't keep walking around here dwelling on those past pains and dwelling on those past hurts, because look, it's going to manifest in the physical. It's going to manifest between you and your kids. It's going to manifest in your relationships. It's going to manifest as physical pain in your body. So you feeling physical pain in your body, some of that is manifesting from some of the things that you're holding on to. That's why your ancestors want you to let go. But they need you to let go a lot of different things. It might not even necessarily be some of you, it ain't even dealing with your caregivers, right? Some of you ain't even dealing with your caregivers. Some of you are not letting go of things that you've done to yourself. All right, situations that you put yourself in. You gotta forgive yourself for that. You have to forgive yourself for that, because you cannot continue to walk around re-victimizing yourself and re-traumatizing yourself with, because with those past thoughts and those past things. All right. Speaking of trauma, some of y'all gotta surrender that trauma, man. Some of y'all gotta surrender that trauma. Surrender the pain from that trauma. All right, not necessarily even surrendering the trauma, but surrendering the pain for the trauma, so that you can really accept the the lesson that you were supposed to learn through that traumatic situation. And you're like, how the heck I'm supposed to learn through this traumatic situation? It was so much that you were supposed to learn within that. You know, you were supposed to learn how you wanted to be treated during that. You were supposed to learn, how to be different than that person. It's just so many things that you were supposed to learn. And then not only the things that you were supposed to learn, in that those things that you learned through that is going to assist you in teaching and ministering to other people. All right, because you're not the only person that went through that. All right, and it's people that's still going through it. There's some people that went through that, and they in your close circle. And so now it's time for you to step out and speak and say the things that need to be said. Okay, that's what you gotta start talking. You gotta start getting it out there. You gotta start being heard. Okay, you gotta start speaking to people's soul. All right, you gotta start talking to people on the soul level. Okay, and this is even gonna help you out, because people gonna remember how you care for them and how you help them, and they're gonna start telling people about you. All right, and you shouldn't even be thinking about monetizing it. Eventually the monetization will come. So yeah, that's what they telling you to do. They're not saying that don't get paid for your craft. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that some things you put out there in the universe, you put it out for free, and then the universe will pay you back some way, form, or fashion. Eventually, your craft is going to pay you. Eventually, your skill is going to pay you. All right, but there's certain things that you could do right now, that you could give to people right now, that can help them, that can help pull them up out of the darkness, that can help pull them up out of the trenches. Because right now, there's a lot of people out there, y'all, they don't see the light. Right? And you like the only little bit of light that they got. You like you that small, like you ain't even a AA battery size of light. You like a AAA battery size of light, like very low voltage, but they see you. You know what I'm saying? They see you. And so you are supposed to be able to utilize your experience, utilize your pain, and utilize your gift to help pull this person up out of the light, out of the darkness. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to be doing. All right, so somebody right now sitting in darkness, but the one that I'm talking to, or the ones that I'm talking to, and you gotta not be scared. You gotta not be afraid that your vulnerability is gonna be used against you. Okay, because I feel like that's the only thing that's really stopping you. You don't want to be too vulnerable, because if you be real vulnerable, then you're afraid that they're gonna use it against you. Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of y'all gonna have to use y'all hurt. Y'all gonna have to use that pain. Y'all gonna have to use that child molestation. Y'all gonna have to use that alcoholism. Y'all gonna have to use that drug addiction. Y'all gonna have to use it and be vulnerable and express that stuff to people. That way that you can get the help that you need, and by you're gonna feel rewarded by helping those people with those stories. Okay. And you don't have to go out and do it like, how some people do it. They be like, oh, this happened to me, and da-da-da. No, your intuition will serve you, and it will tell you when the right time will be to share that stuff. Okay, when the right time will be to share that stuff. But peace, y'all finna have that peace. For those of you that are looking for that peace of mind. Sometimes it seems far-fetched, don't it? Sometimes it seems like you ain't gonna never get that peace that you desire, right? But it's gonna come. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be, next week, but it's gonna come. All right. I want to say, for me, it took me 12 years to get that peace that I was looking for. All right. So it took 12 years for me to get that peace that I was looking for. And then after I found that peace of mind and all the other stuff, then everything else started flowing. And that took about another 7 years, So, but it's going to come. You just got to be patient, You got to be patient, like patient as a flower, boy. Patient as a tree, too. But, yeah. So you're going to have that peace. Be able to receive. Asking for help when necessary. You're blossoming. You're growing, all right? You're growing. Even if it don't feel like it, you're growing. It's like lots of changes are happening within you. A whole lot of changes are happening within you. And there are so many people that see, you know, what you're becoming. They're seeing that beautiful flower that you're becoming. You know, they're seeing that amazing design that you're becoming, right? And so you're blossoming, even though you don't feel like it. It's so many things. Like you're growing on a level that you didn't even expect. And so I feel like your ancestors, they telling me like, go look in your journal. So I guess y'all wrote like some diaries or something. So if you have a diary or like some old journals, right? They want you to go look at those journals and compare them to now. But not to make you sad, just to compare them to now, okay? So it's like the stuff that you went through, like it's not even as painful anymore. And then when you go back and reflect on the things that you wrote in that journal or that diary, you're gonna be able to see how much you have blossomed, okay? Because to you it feel like this is just something natural, like this is a normal thing that you done went through, and you don't really see the change because you haven't been measuring it. Like you haven't been sitting down literally measuring the growth that you've experienced. But they're saying like, go look at your diary, you know, go look at some old pictures, because they said pictures, and you look at some old pictures and see how much you've evolved from those pictures too. All right, but your evolution is upon us right now. Like you have changed in so many ways. You are soaring in so many ways. Like they're ready for you to step out on faith and just do what you got to do and start talking to who you need to talk to and speaking to who you need to speak to and uplifting who you need to uplift. Like that's what they're waiting on you to do, because they're so excited to see this side of you that they haven't seen yet. Like they can't wait till they see it. And then like your visions of you like speaking as a motivational speaker and all that stuff, like it's gonna really, like, you're gonna be surprised. Like some of y'all gonna really be surprised. Like when y'all really get out there, y'all gonna really be surprised, and they're gonna be surprised, and they're so anxious like to see you standing up in your little nice little fits and, you know, doing all that stuff that y'all have desired to do, you know. And don't ever think that you are, you know, too little on the totem pole to help people, you know. So don't ever think that. All right, so that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. If you like the content on the page, go ahead and hit like. Also, my Patreon link is in the description below. This is where we have like our anonymous corners. You know, we get to link up with me and we talk, and we have like different types of classes that we do, and it's just a lot of fun on there. Also call in other spiritual people within different communities and have them come on and educate y'all on things that y'all might have an interest in, you know what I'm saying? So if that's something that you're interested in, that link is in the description below, and I will holler at y'all.